come 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it's literally 150 men just going at it. Hi, welcome to another video from The Gay Bear. My name is Roman, I am The Gay Bear. This video is a video about my visit to the Trombetta Sauna in Lisbon. It's an honest review of my experience there. I need to say that I am not associated with them in any way. This video is not sponsored by them in any way. I am literally just giving my honest opinion of my experience while at the Trombetta Sauna in Lisbon. So there you go, you have been warned. If you're not comfortable with this, move on to a different video, okay? Cool, great, let's start. Okay, so the location of Trombetta. It is located in the centre of Lisbon. It is a 5-minute walk from a metro station. It is a 5-minute walk from the riverfront. I've been told it's located in the gay village. I don't know that for sure because I don't know Lisbon well enough to know where the gay village starts and where the gay village ends. But it would seem logical that Trombetta is located in the gay village. It is a gay sauna. I was really nervous to go to a sauna. The last sauna I went to was like 15 years ago. And I was really intimidated by the idea of going to essentially a sauna where everybody's going to be walking around naked or with just wearing a towel. And I didn't know what to expect. I honestly didn't know what to expect from going to the sauna. So yeah, but all the staff there made me feel really welcome, and they were very polite, and they make a good cheese and ham sandwich. Yeah, they're nice people. Okay, cool. So let's talk about my experience. So first of all, when you go to Trombetta, they open the door. You walk in. There's a kiosk. You pay your whatever money it is. I can't remember. They give you a towel, they give you a pair of flip-flops, they give you a key that goes on a band around your wrist. Don't lose that key. That key opens a locker. So you go into the sauna with your towel and your flip-flops and your key, you go down some steps and you basically end up in a changing room. In that changing room, your key opens a locker, you put everything of yours in that locker, okay? Like phone, wallet, everything, clothes, everything. And then you literally walk out of the changing room wearing a towel and flip-flops and a key. When you walk out, you have two options. You can go to the shower and the douching station, or you can go into the cafe. So, shower and the douching station. So, first of all, the showers, very nice and clean. Very nice and clean. Douching station was clean. I am active, not passive, so I didn't actually use it to douche. But it's essentially the toilets that you squat over, and I don't know how, because I literally didn't watch how. But you obviously clean yourself out on the inside and then squat over the hole on the toilet and squeeze, and you clear yourself out. So, but from what I could tell, everything was clean and tidy. I will say that the sauna's broken into sections. Every section that I could see was clean and tidy. The staff were constantly going around cleaning. The cafe area was so clean and tidy that I ate there and I didn't feel uncomfortable eating like food in a sauna, which I could imagine that in some saunas you probably would, but the bar, the cafe, it all just seemed really well maintained. The cafe area has like a chill out zone where you can essentially sit, read the paper, talk to people, in front of you, when you sit down, there's a projector projecting pornography on the wall. And that was really surreal, to be like, I'm eating a cheese sandwich surrounded by people and I'm watching people have sex on the wall. And it just seemed weird to start with. I mean, for me, the whole experience seemed weird. It was like sort of sex on an industrial scale. Beyond the cafe over this side, there are, I think, there's either one or two jacuzzis where guys just go and sit, drink and talk to each other, no doubt do other things under the bubbles that we can't see. There was a few guys in there enjoying each other's company, shall I say. I didn't really want to go and sit in it because I didn't really want to sit in whatever... I didn't want to go sit in it. There's also massage rooms. The staff at Trombetta, some of them are masseuses, masseusai, whatever plural for masseuses, masseusai. They are there, and you can pay and get a massage if you want. They also have like a sex shop where you can buy cock rings, lube, other toys and things. There's no cash, there's no paying for things. It all goes on the key, which is associated with your name. So be careful, because when you leave, you could have an interesting bill to pay. Okay, the different sections of the sauna. Sauna's broken into sections. There are like 20 cubicles that are literally 1.5 meters wide by 2.5 or 2.5 meters long. There's maybe 20 of them. They have doors. Essentially, you open the door, you go inside, and directly in front of you is essentially a mattress that is wrapped in like, I'm going to say, like plastic leather. I guess for wiping. Yeah, there's like 20 of them. There's like 4 or 5 rows. A couple of them don't have doors, and they're just open, and there's slings in there. So if you don't know what a sling is, Google is your best friend. So yeah, essentially there's a guy suspended with his legs up in the air, and someone can just go in and have fun with that person. Yeah. So that's there. There's a dark maze. So once you go past the showers, you walk into this section, and the section is really dark. And essentially you walk into a dark maze. You can't see in front of your face. You can see to navigate, but you can't see who is there. I found it quite intimidating because it's like hands touching you as you walk past. That's not for me. I don't like anonymous interactions, shall we say, with people who I can't see. That's not my thing. There's a mini cinema that is projecting porn on the wall. It has like a bank of chairs that go round that make a square. You can sit there and just watch porn if you want. The 2 or 3 times I went there, there were guys in there. How do I put this in a YouTube friendly way? Bent forwards over the chairs like this, waiting to receive a visitor. I think that's the best way. Like, front down, arse up, waiting to receive a visitor. Essentially, obviously, just anonymously. Yeah, so that exists. There's also steam rooms as well. Oh God, I went in one of the steam rooms for like 30 seconds and I was like, nope, I can't be in here, it's too hot. But yeah, so that's that. They're the sections of the sauna. Okay. And now I want to talk about the physical type of guys that are there, the culture that's there, and like the mentality of the people. So as gay men go, I'm quite conservative in that I like to know the name of the person who I'm sleeping with. I'd like to know the name of the person I'm sleeping with, maybe exchange numbers, maybe exchange a few pleasantries beforehand to just be like, what's your name? Great. Where are you from? Great. What do you do for a living? Great. There for me are the minimum, they are the bare basics of information I want to know. In Trombetta, the culture changes throughout the night. So when I first arrived there, at like 6 o'clock in the evening, there were people sitting down having coffee and eating sandwiches and smoking cigarettes and talking to each other and, you know, where are you from? Oh, you're from here. Great. Oh, I'm from there. Oh, that's interesting. You know, and that was quite nice. I got to meet a few guys. Well, there was a few really handsome guys there. And we got talking and that's fine. But as you get to like 12 o'clock at night, the mentality, the culture changes totally. So, first of all, the people who have all been out dancing in the night come to Trombetta afterwards. The majority of them have all taken substances while dancing that have given them lots of energy. However, unfortunately for them, when they've taken these substances, the downstairs department ceases to function. So what you end up with is the men that were there were like beautiful South American, the guys that were there, French, Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, Indian. There's a really hot Indian guy there. There's like 150 men there, and the vast majority of them are big, muscly, with pecs and six packs, and they like clearly go to the gym and they live life hard. They go to the gym and they play hard. They are, you know, pure out for fun, like hedonistic lifestyle. Like they're hot, they're beautiful, and they're out having fun in a sauna, having anonymous sex with people. So they're all big, like not all of them, but I'd say like 80%. 80% of them are like raw, huge. But because they've all been out dancing, not all of them, but a lot of them have all been out dancing and they've all taken like substances to help them dance. Nothing works down there. So you've got all these big guys walking around who look super hot, but they can't do anything except for essentially bend over and take it. Which is great for me. So I don't take anything. I stayed the whole night in Trombetta. I drank 3 coffees. Crazy lifestyle. And I had like 4 cigarettes, 3 coffees, and I spent the whole night awake. And I gotta say that the culture of Trombetta, it changes throughout the night like a wave. Like it starts off really calm, and then the wave goes up, and then it gets really hectic and crazy. When the nightclubs kick out and everybody goes to Trombetta, it becomes like they're playing like hard Latin house. They're playing like hard Latin house. It's like Trombetta's like a nightclub with sex. And so you're hearing like hard Latin house. There's cubicles. There's a dark room / maze. There's where you can just go and literally have like anonymous interactions with people and never even know who they are. There's a mini cinema / porno area where there's literally guys just there like waiting. And then you've got like 20 cubicles where you can go and just literally like it's weird. The cubicles are weird because, well, it's not weird, but for me it was a totally new experience. Like the cubicle doors, if they're closed, you generally hear on the inside. But if the doors are open, then there's guys just laying there and they're like sort of invite you in. And then some guys that go in, they'll start to have sex with each other, and then they leave the door open so other people can go in and watch, and other people can go in and join in, or just stand at the door and watch, or whatever. And that was weird to be able to just like live in front of me. There are people having like sex, yeah, and you could just be there for like just having like anonymous hookup after anonymous hookup after anonymous hookup after anonymous hookup. Yeah. Now, I think it comes down to my next thing is, I mean, there's 3 saunas in Lisbon. I want to go to them all, primarily for my YouTube channel. But I think, well, like, the real main question is like, would I go back to Trombetta? I would go back to Trombetta. I think going there for the first time was like a real, like, eye-opener, like mind exploding for me, like mind exploding moment, because I went to a sauna once. I went to a sauna once, like 15 years ago. I'd been out clubbing with a friend of mine, and essentially he took me to a sauna because I was too wasted to get home. So we left the nightclub, and he looked at me and he was like, "You won't be able to get home." And he's like, "Come with me." And I was like, "Where are we going?" And he took me into a sauna, and I essentially just sat there all night or all morning, like sobering up. But that's a different story. That's totally a different story. But Trombetta was totally different. It was like, when I left there, I felt like a piece of meat that had been like used in the supermarket. Like I was a piece of meat that was put on the shelf, that people had basically taken off the shelf, used, and then put me back on the shelf again. And I sort of felt a bit, I personally felt a bit demoralised, and a bit like, I wasn't sure that I wanted to go back ever again. But now I've had time to sort of be away from there and reflect on it. I would like to go back, knowing what to expect. Knowing that I will get used like a piece of meat. People will totally, like, these big muscular Adonis-like men will totally ignore me until they realise that I can get ready for action, and then I'm going to be like not the most popular, but a more popular person there. I would go back knowing what to expect. I think the first time going there sort of really blew my mind, because it was so much in one hit. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video, because someone somewhere is going to Google or YouTube or search for Trombetta Sauna Lisbon, and I kind of hope that they see this honest review, because at least they'll go there and they'll know what to expect. Unlike me, I went there not knowing what to expect at all, and I found myself like, the first part of the evening, really chilled, talking to people, having a nice conversational time. Come sort of 12 o'clock, it sort of just rose up like a wave, and then come sort of 4 o'clock in the morning, I was just sort of like shocked by, I think the correct word is carnality. The carnality of the situation. Like, if you walk through the rows, like all the rows and rows and rows of cubicles, cubicles with the doors open with slings, there, the dark room maze, the porno studio, porno cinema. Come 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it's literally 150 men just going at it. And it becomes like sex on an industrial scale. That really just like, I never experienced anything like that. And I wasn't expecting that. and it's like I walked through the rows of like the cubicles, and all I can hear in every cubicle is like, and I've got loud like Latin house playing over the top, and all I can hear is like and that was a real like, oh my god. So yeah, for me that probably was like the mind opening, like the mind exploding experience. I would like to go back. I'd like to go back after spending more time in the gym. I'd like to go back knowing what to expect. I'd hope that this video helps people who are going to go there understand what to expect when they get there, because for me, boom, mind-blowing experience. Woo! Okay, that's it. Oh my god, I hope this video wasn't too long. At least it's an honest and in-depth review, and I hope you guys are great. I hope you're having a great day. I need to say this, I hate doing this because it makes me feel like such a YouTube hoe, but at this moment in time, I have 4 subscribers. I would like some more. If you have enjoyed this window into my experience, please hit the subscribe button. You can find me on Instagram, and I have an accompanying website, and that's up on the screen right now. Please, if you want to, visit my accompanying website, or if you want to, follow me on Instagram. I'm sure there's going to be way more videos like this. There's another 2 saunas in Lisbon for me to visit, so I'll be doing them soon. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.